Okay, we're back over to Jim's house working on the layout. As I showed you last time, worked on the winter scene, as you can see there. But today is something different. We're going to deal with static grass. Just a little bit is done right in here. If I can get down a little lower. That's what they call static grass. Here's another area that has a static grass showing. And we're going to show how this is done. And here it is.
This is the applicator. Static grass goes in there. Glue the grass down. It's touching each other because the current has to be able to get all the way through the glue. You can put this nail right on one side of it.
So the glue has to be touching each other?
Yeah, the glue has to be in touch with it because the current has to go through that area. This runs on a 9-volt battery.
Mm-hmm.
You turn that on and then shake it.
And the grass is inside there.
Grass is inside, comes out there and it stands up. And what I'm doing here in the snow scene is I put a little bit of this grass down, then I come back with and spritz it a little bit with glue.
So this is actually this thing here is making it stand up?
Yeah, you get a static charge. The special static grass that you buy is it's just like walking across a carpet and your hair stands up.
Yeah. And there it is.
And then
you got yourself grass.
You can come back with a vacuum.
Okay, using the vacuum is doing...
Just picking up the stuff that didn't glue down.
That didn't glue down.
So you know that's all pretty much stuck. Yeah. Then I'm going to come back with some, and mist that with some white glue, very dilute white glue, just like I did over here. Then add a little bit of snow on the top of that.
Oh, and put a little snow on top.
Yeah, just sprinkle a little bit with snow.
So what we see here is going to, after you put the snow on it, it's going to look more like this here. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very nice. Static grass. Very cool.
So I'm going to be doing that in certain places around this whole snow scene. And then I'm going to add this is the start of one. It's going to be in the snow scene. Those are just tapered dowels. And Walter here was the one that painted these, and I think they looked fantastic, just as the tree trunks. Then this is made out of green filter material, furnace filter, just a green mat. We cut them, and then put ground foam on top with hairspray, and then I come back and I put down a little bit of white caulk, and then sprinkle that with snow. And then that's going to go up and taper on down all the way to the top. And then I'll use some hot glue to glue these in place. Right now these are not glued.
Yeah.
But
so what is this again? That what you're using is a green?
That's
furnace
it's furnace filter.
filter.
Now, I think Lowe's has it in blue, but Home Depot has it in green. So I got the green mats. And then you can take it and you can actually split it in two if you're careful enough, and get two out of each cutting.
And that's a furnace filter. And what is this here?
That's a wood dowel.
A wood dowel.
And I put it in my drill, and put it on my belt sander. I got a table sander, and I just taper them to that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I paint them with a black wash. Then I take different colors. There's some terracotta, some browns, and so forth, and you just dab that on there. And actually, the terracotta that I have is kind of a sand finish, and it really makes pretty nice little bark.
Well, it does.
On there.
It really does look good.
And
and this is what?
That's one of the furnace filter cutouts.
Get a little better light. That's a furnace filter cutout.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you put them on, you'll put snow on there, and then you're going to put a little dab of glue, and you'll separate the branches and make them like an evergreen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they will go. Where you plan on putting these things?
Most of the evergreens are going to go up along that back out of there,
and they'll match up with the scenery back behind it.
And then I will probably put some periodically through here, but I'm planning on putting more like aspens, leafless aspens down in here.
Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Good information on that's for sure. So how to make trees and also static grass. I think that really looks good. So the snow, another thing he was using is snow. What you made was not necessarily what you buy at a store.
This was bought.
Oh, that part was bought.
Yeah, and it's pretty stuff, but it's so light that by the time you add your glue, it almost disappears.
But if you look at here, this is also what he uses for snow.
And
what that is actually ground up
PVC. I got a belt, table belt sander, and had some old white PVC pipe, and I just sanded it all down to that there's dirty.
And collected all the sand, the dust.
Kind of like dirty snow. PVC pipe.
PVC pipe.
Grounded up. That's pretty amazing, you know.
And this is the white snow. It's not as dirty as that.
This is the white snow, but it's not as dirty as this snow. Why is this snow not as dirty as this snow?
Well, that was, I got that off the table, and there was probably a little bit of sawdust on there too.
And this is also PCV.
Yeah, it's the same stuff, but I had a way of catching it as it come off the belt.
Wow. Okay. So there's different ways to make snow besides just buying it at your local
A little bit labor intensive, but
hobby shop. Little labor intensive, that's for sure.
But that stuff there costs almost $11 a jar, and I had this old PVC pipe and just a little bit of electricity and a belt.
Wow. There's Jim is making these evergreen trees into putting snow on them. Nice. We're using more static grass. You can see we've been putting it throughout the area here. And of course he's going to go back and put white snow on it. So it's just kind of laid through here. And here's one of the trees that was done. And so you got the trees behind it that's painted on the wall, and then you got this tree here that's going to be on the outside, kind of gives you some depth. And it'll be lined up with these type of trees through here. And that's what Walter is doing over here, is making these trees. Wow.
Making a tree.
And you put a little glue on there, and then you put the you put your various size things right around it, furnace filters, and you got yourself a tree. and putting a little snow. What is that?
Coffee.
What is it? Oh, caulking. And it dips this tree into there, and then you got yourself snow on the tree.
Now we're going to put little dead branches in.
That's right. And then he puts these dead branches in the tree, in between. He puts these little holes. And he goes all the way up the tree like that, right?
Hmm?
You go all the way up the tree, or
No,
just down
just
to
on
the
the
bottom?
bottom.
Okay, and then you use these things here. Yeah, look at that tree. Put some more putty, caulking, I should say. And he sticks that little branch in there. Cuts it off. Kind of bends them, right? He sticks that one in.
Yeah, well, just put this one.
And then you got yourself the whole tree.
I trim it a little bit, but
And these things here, eventually, what we just leave them in, or they'll be bent in certain ways. And there it is. How you make
get
a
the one
tree.
that's already up on the.
Yes, and it's already up here. You can see all the way to the bottom down there, if you can see it. Like dead branches right there. Very cool.